partner's snoring is really cheesing you off, then you don't need to resort to separate bedrooms just yet.
Yeah, an extraordinary new study has found that eating cheese before bed might actually reduce your risk of snoring.
So could cheese be the key to getting an un-brie-lievable night's sleep? Go on, you've got one there, come on.
Could it be too gouda to be true? I see everyone's been having a lot of fun while I've been away.
Yeah.
Dr. Nighat's here. Now, I was led to believe that that was the absolute opposite of what we were told.
And you are right, absolutely.
Nightmares.
But this study, which is over 400,000 people, shows that, yes, eating cheese could. But I'm really sceptical. I looked into the data and the study as well. Actually, what they showed was only 25 to 28%. So that means 1 in 4 people found that there was a difference. But it's the opposite, you're right, because cheese, we realise that some people might be lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
We know that it can actually increase mucus productions in the nose, so make you snore a bit more. And we also know that some people, actually, it triggers off things like allergies, etc. So it can make your snoring worse. I wouldn't be saying, please eat more cheese for my patients, just based on this one study. It's
Doesn't
not
it bring on nightmares as well?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the other thing.
Oh, that's the other thing, yeah.
Yeah, be
of
careful
course,
of the cheese.
So what actually causes snoring itself? Because it tends to also get worse as you get older, I think.
Andy.
So I would go back a little bit and say I'm a huge advocate of separate bedrooms. I'm giving you an insight into my 18-year marriage. And now that I'm sharing a bedroom with my husband, we realise that both of us snore.
Oh, really?
And actually, what we found as the underlying cause of snoring is going to be lifestyle, it's going to be mucus production, and what we know is just the anatomy of it. So our airways, we've got air, breathing through our nose, our mouth and our throat. And so when you've got an obstruction, so the airway closes up, that vibration of your vocal cords mean you produce that noise as well. So the other thing that we found that really is linked to snoring is inflammation. Snoring is a symptom, is a sign, it's a symptom, it's not a diagnosis. So there's something else that's going on that's causing it. So that could be inflammatory issues that are going on. So that's why anything that puts up your inflammation, so allergies, it could be that you are also stressed as well. You've eaten something that's going to trigger off obstruction to the airways. Pregnancy, all of that inflammatory processes that are going into our bodies, being overweight, they're all going to trigger off that symptom of snoring. You need to find the underlying cause.
It's such a torturous noise as well, though, snoring, because usually if you're not the person snoring, clearly, it's horrendous. You just, it's you know...
Do you snore?
No, very, very rarely, unless I'm really, really tired. Annie will snore if she's on her back.
Yeah.
And as soon as she moves, she goes. So it's that sort of the airways that move. Yeah, I do. Yeah. But there's some myths we want to bust.
Yes.
Because one of those myths is that women rarely snore. That's not my experience.
No, that is false. But there's such a stigma and a taboo around women snoring. It comes from lots of different things. But actually, 1 in 4 women snore a couple of times in the week. And also, women go through life cycles and changes, etc. So our hormones, so that will also impact our snoring. Pregnancy, menopause does also impact our snoring, again, because estrogen is this lovely lubricating hormone. As we get a decrease in that, it can actually cause inflammation of our vocal cords.
Also, when I've got hay fever, I tend to be a lot more snoring.
So women do snore.
What about as you get older?
See, that's also in tying in with, as we get older, we lose that muscle tone in our muscles. And so, yes, we do. So granddad snores a lot more, but actually all ages. Baby snoring is so cute, but anybody can snore at any age.
Baby snoring, yeah, I'll give you that. That is so cute, but it's not so... My mum snores so loud, she wakes herself up. OK, obviously, she's going to be thrilled that I've shared that information.
You are on the naughty list
As we approach Christmas as well, you know, when all the great aunts fall asleep because they've had a few too many drinks and my mum wakes her up in front of the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special, that's exactly what's going to happen.
So it's really important to look out for how the noise of snoring, but also if they're snoring, pausing, and then waking themselves up and snoring again, because that's obstructive sleep apnea. And there's a scale, so anybody watching at home, they can go online and Google the Epworth Sleepiness Scale, and if you score 16 and above, then that's quite severe, because it impacts the rest of your life. And what we need to do, again, that's a symptom. We need to find out the underlying cause, because it could be high blood pressure linked to diabetes.
Lots of reasons for it. So look, you've got some things. We're not going to do them now because you just run out of time, but we'll do that on the other side when we do the phone in. Some ideas of how to help people if they are snoring. We've got lots of tips and tricks that we can share.
Yeah, we've got you covered.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nighat. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.